Hansi Herzog. Hi, I'm Hansi Herzog. Welcome to CoCreate. Our vision is to unite the world community so we're able to co-create a good life for all. And today I may welcome you to our first video of the new format introducing CoCreate Update. So in the future we would like to do each Tuesday a video called CoCreate Update or CoCreate Sharing, giving you insights about where we're standing right now, what's up next, and giving you more insights about what is CoCreate all about, what's about the CoCreate ecosystem approach, and general ideas and background infos about collaboration, co-creation, cooperation. So focusing on our mission to unite the world community. And obviously co-creation and collaboration is most important for us, so we would like to give a broader approach to this topic. Where this is coming from and what are more other concrete steps in the future, you will get to know through this video today. So what's in it for you is to get insights where we're standing right now, what is coming up next, and yeah, so let's start. Maybe before we really start into the content, a short organizational info. This is a Facebook live stream, so you can use the comment section to get in contact with me. I'm really happy about your contribution, your thoughts and your questions. So please just type down below, and this video will be also later be published onto YouTube channel. So feel free to leave your comments and questions there as well. We're always happy to get in contact with you. And before we go into first glimpse for upcoming events, there will be a link down below to find an overview for the upcoming events. Very specifically, this Thursday will be another network interview, this time with Michelle Bauweins from the Peer-to-Peer Foundation. We're really looking forward to. And on Saturday there will be another community call. So at the beginning there have been each week, now we changed to a monthly period. So this is the first community call after a while. On Saturday we're looking forward to see you and got to know you in a Zoom environment. So we are on a direct conversation base. We're looking forward to it. And all the events will always start on 2 p.m. UTC +0, so Central European time will be 3 p.m. So now let's get into to understand the update where we are now. Let's have a short look about where's CoCreate coming from. So CoCreate have been developed over the last 3 to 4 years by me as Chief Visionary Officer and different people supporting the process on different stages and with different skills. In 2020 we had a break, like probably also for you, a lot of things changed through Corona. We had a lack of resources. Also we needed, just from the energy level, a break. So 2020 was a pause for CoCreate to reflect on things. And in October, November 2020 I started then again to reshape the strategy of how to enroll, and so it came up that we started the Global Co-Creation Challenge in 2021. So it's now quite a month ago that it was published, and here we are. And yeah, to be honest, to say I have learned to say we all the time, because it's a community project, it's more involving and it sounds bigger. It was what people told me. But to be honest, since quite a long while I feel quite alone with carrying this project. It's my heart project. Really, I feel my purpose with it, but I really also feel the burden. So there were some people onboarding, being interesting for the new process right now, but still it's quite a lot to carry through, and this definitely plays a role also in where we're standing right now. So like I said, it's already 1 month ago that we started our approach, the Global Co-Creation Challenge is one strategy we choose with CoCreate to enroll our ecosystem. It was the basic idea of cutting down the bigger process into different challenges. And these challenges be published, inviting people to participate on different parts. What we have seen so far is that I think participation is lower than expected. That might be a point of expectation management from our side. At the same time, it just showed up that there are so many projects out there doing something similar already, and this have been a very important part for us to realizing and to get to know with these other projects. And this is something where we have been very happy because through this 1 month reaching out to you as an audience, a lot of projects reached out to us as well to get in contact with us and to start a conversation about how we can collaborate with each other. And this is something which is shaping quite much what the next steps for CoCreate will be. Because, and this is something I really have to be radical honest, and this is, if you have seen some videos before, I'm trying to be more and more open and ask and answer critical questions, because I think that's just important right now. There are so many people out there who just want to sell and to look good, but it's not honest. And I think to really get onto the next level of deep collaboration and trust, we have to be honest. So so I have to be honest to myself that with developing CoCreate, I of course follow a big purpose, but at the same time there was always playing a side of ego with me. Because just looking on the purpose would probably have brought me earlier to the point to look more specifically around which other projects have been there. And through the last 3 years I have known that there are other projects, but always felt like I'm onto a very specific approach with CoCreate, and it's better and more important than others. And I think this hold me back for getting into collaboration with other meta level projects. And I mentioned this because I want to be honest. I think it's an issue I want to tackle and to communicate regarding building a meta network. Because with a lot of other people I was in conversation through the last month, it popped up again and again that we have this issue of ego between collaborators. And this is also an issue for those people who are into collaboration, who want to transform society and who are quite far in the development of awareness and consciousness, but still there is the issue of our ego. So this is something we really have to overcome. And for me, it really means that I'm opening up more and more and more to giving in the work of CoCreate into other processes which might be farther already. And there's one very specific I'm speaking about is the Open World Alliance. I'm in the process of getting to know and onboard there to figure out if it's really like this match I hope so far right now. And by getting more information about that, and they're also in a process where they want to show up more during the next months. If it turns out that it's really going to be more closely collaboration, I'm really happy to give you more insights and introduce you to the Open World Alliance as well. And of course there are also other projects you might know, the Seeds ecosystem rising right now around sustainable cryptocurrency, or we have the Global World Summit, which I have made a video with Robert Schramm. So I'm really about checking a lot of different collaboration processes right now, because the CoCreate is that we want to connect what is already there, and we really do not want to start something new. So if we see that there are really similar projects out there, very aligned, I'm really open to bring our processes more together. Because like Probably many of you experience by themselves fighting alone or being out there alone for bringing change is never easy thing, and especially as we know it's a long-term game. We really have to be in this game on a long-term base. So that's important to find your tribe, to find strong teams. And so this is something very important right now, that I'm slowing down the process of CoCreate and starting their own ecosystem, because I don't want to rebuild something which might be in another project already further. So we're checking this right now. I will keep you on track. And yeah, that's, I think, the most important for now, for where we're standing right now. So to share this again, or to summarize it, I've been pushing with the Global Co-Creation Challenge quite in a short time, with short time preparation, and we see a lack of need or interest out there right now, and it's also quite a lot to carry for myself just alone. So I'm slowing down the process to give also more chance and more focus on getting to know other similar projects. But at the same time, of course, I really stick to my purpose of connecting the world community and to enable systemic collaboration. So at the same time of slowing down, I'm really rethinking what could be a good next step. Because obviously the challenge thing, like we started out yet or in the first month, is not the big catch. Very few people really went there and put information there, and so we don't really get this network effect, and it's really important to make sense anyway. So we're thinking about what could make sense next. How do we move on? And this is something I would like to ask you especially, because with the one side is what do I have fun to do, what makes sense, and the other side, what do you need? So what do you need as change maker, and what do you need as probably network leader, network developer, and community builder out there? I really want to get to know your opinion, what would help you best so you can do your work better, easier, and have more impact. And therefore I'm reaching out to you through this video, as well as we invite to our community call on this Saturday. Like I said before, it's the first after a while, and we will use it to take a specific look at the situation right now and this question of what would help you most. And I use this chance now to take up a comment right now. I'm very happy that Robert is here watching and communicating with me. So if you see this, and feel free to share as well. I'm happy about your thoughts and questions. So, what does Robert say? Very nice, Robert, thank you. So Robert is pointing out, and he got this really well, what is CoCreate all about. It's about the meta model. So he shared the thought that there are different teams out there focus on different very specific parts and often very technical parts. So speaking about the connecting of the networking of the networks, having a digital platform often plays a huge role. A lot of energy is going in there, and therefore CoCreate was from the beginning on saying that we don't focus on a platform. It will be necessary to have one, but there are so many platform developers out there. So we're really focusing on the meta model, the ecosystem approach. You can find more information on our website. I will put down the link later, or I can do it right now. So what does it mean? We developed ecosystem model approach, which should show a way how we can connect all these organizations out there. Because this is one main point I have to check right now, or challenge organizations I get to know now for the collaboration, if they are thinking in an ecosystem way. If you want to know more about what I mean with this, you can find a video on our YouTube channel where I was speaking the first live stream I made about from networking to ecosystem thinking. Means that the network of network really exists of different parts. So it's not one organization developing a huge platform with a lot of different functions and have to provide events and funding and stuff like that, because it's too much for one single organization. It's really about connecting the ecosystem of individual organizations which come together to form a strong collective. And yeah, that was every time was, or always was the time, was the base of CoCreate, showing this way, showing a strategy. And the question was always, and this was also the reason why it took me quite a long time till we came out with CoCreate, to find the best way to bring it into the world. So this time we tried the challenge approach. I was thinking about implementing or inviting to the CoCreate experience. It is a format, event format I designed 2 years ago, and we were planning to enroll it online now. But again, there we are not sure if it makes sense to start this process to connect ecosystem if there are others already in development quite far, because we don't want to develop parallel strategies, but really want to do it together. So we go a little bit slower now to give the chance to grow together in there. And yeah, this time is really helpful to get in contact with you, asking you what you really need and what is your experience in the field of networking, community building, and yeah, what are your experiences? What are your needs? What is still open? What do you see? What is missing still? Please share this here in the comment section of this video. Would be very interesting to get to know your insights. And I would like to share a little bit about my thoughts so far, where CoCreate could go to find this specialization. If there are other organizations connecting this ecosystem already and building a platform already. So the one thing is always the possibility to 100% merge with this organization, means getting to know them, and if it's a really high fit, a high match, would be one possibility to give my personal time into this new project, to not develop a side thing. The second thing is to develop the ecosystem model further as a canvas or even as a game. So the core of the ecosystem model are the two graphics around the circular model and the backbone structure, and this can be described into a canvas. Means like there are guiding questions and guiding steps guiding you through, so you can evaluate your own ecosystem on a personal level, for an organization, for a region, or even for a network. So that would take a little bit of work now, but would give you a PDF, a print version, or could be even a card game to help you to evaluate your own ecosystem and to give you some insights what might be important for your success to embed into your ecosystem, because it can be that some organizations have a form but are lacking out of resources or systems for knowledge management, and organization can ask themselves in which topics of sustainability they want to get active, and maybe they are active in some parts already, like nutrition, food, education, but missing out other topics which could be interesting for them. And this helps you to go through this, as well as like creating a shared vision for your region as an example, and defining your own model, your own operating system by connecting, let's say, sociocracy or holacracy into your organization. So this would be one approach we could go to. Would be very interesting to hear from you if this is something would help you in your work. The other thing would be to see CoCreate as a platform, not a digital community for system change makers. So, because right now I'm still not very clear about the target group right now. I'm communicating to a broader audience, Some of you follow this might be change maker on a very specific topic. Some of you might be system change makers. There is the term system entrepreneurship, but I want to make it broader, so you don't have to be an entrepreneur, but working on a systemic level. So CoCreate could be like this community where we have interviews, where we share thoughts, where we discuss and collect tools and support each other within the community of system change makers. And this would help to connect the people working on different platforms right now. So is this something you are interested in? To have facilitation community building within this community of system change makers? Would also lead to me doing further interviews with different experts from different platforms or from different facilitation approaches, like what I started already, but to continue this. There would be also, I think, at the base of CoCreate, there research from my side, getting to know different models and approaches, as well as collected different experiences from my own past and from the experience from other people and organizations regarding to collaboration. So this could be also something that I take more time to reflect on and to write down these experiences and share them with you. So developing principles of co-creation. But I'm not sure if it's really necessary, because there is quite a lot regarding to collaboration, co-creation out there already. But maybe there is something very specific you're missing. So if it's so, please, again, use the comment section, write us, so we know what is important for you, what could help you. Two or three more things, ways CoCreate could go to in future, and it's really crucial that I hear your opinion about that. First of all would be map the ecosystem. So I think it's something Open World Alliance will start from their side in like 1 month. I have now preparing for holding still to bring it up, but at the same time I have the feeling of I could just set up the ecosystem model as a quite simple page and start to collect links I already have. I think all of you have a collection of links already. I know some people who said big documents. And I think this is something what we really need is an easy access to the different kind of infrastructures. So it would mean that I just start by myself, and I'm happy if somebody's supporting, but I haven't seen that in the last month, that we collect like already existing IT platforms, already existing sources for funding, already existing facilitation approaches, already existing knowledge databases, just on a very simple way to collect them. And if Open World Alliance, the platform is coming up with a very good technical solution, we can easily fit them in later on. Yeah, that would be for me just focusing on the curating part, because right now I'm collecting quite a lot of stuff, but I just put them into a folder because I don't have much time to structure them. But if this is something what could help you, it's something I could focus on. So again, please let me know, and also please share if you know that there are already such collections out there. So I know the Peer-to-Peer Foundation, where we on Thursday, quite big wiki collecting different platforms and organizations, but I don't think that it's really like aiming to the different topics of infrastructure which I mentioned so far. So please again share your experience, your thoughts and your links use the comments below, and also ask questions if you have any. Two more things I would like to share, or possibilities CoCreate could develop too. It's the one-to-one networking relation building. The fun fact is I have developed CoCreate to not waste too much time on one-on-one sessions, because really how much one-to-one conversations can you have to get to know different projects and different platforms and build relationships to them. So my approach was a systemic one, developing like a framework, an operating system, how to connect and collect as much as possible. But now I'm really at the level where we would need a more technical base for it. So and for this technical base, I rather wait till somebody else is publishing it before I would develop it by myself. So this could mean that my time is spent best now to build high quality connections and relations to very important organizations out there. And therefore I would really focus on those organizations which are yet very not often, so very few times addressed by our, let's say, grassroots changemaker movement. Like I think about Ashoka or the United Nations, so organizations which are entrepreneurial, the social entrepreneur and social impact field, or the science field. Because I think by connecting the network of networks within our communities, it's really focusing on the civil society part, on a very spiritual, social background, grassroots movement, do-it-yourself community. And that's important, but I think we have to reach out further to get the whole society. So this could be something CoCreate should focus on. So then when other organizations are providing a platform, we can invite them and have already a relationship base to them. And the last thing I thought was focusing on trainings. So to know this, before I started to focus 100% on CoCreate, like it was 2017, 2018, I have been in the team process where we called ourselves Art of Cooperation, and we were thinking about how we can tackle the issue of collaboration best. And one part was the training part, and another point was the ecosystem and infrastructure part. And after a while we realized that we really speak about different things, and my partner tended more to the training formats, providing a strategy for going small steps, doing trainings, get enrolled, and then later on developing the ecosystem. And I was like, probably again my ego was in between, and I was really catching on my idea of connecting the ecosystem. So we separated up, and right now I see it again as a quite good possibility that CoCreate and I with my work are focusing on giving trainings, like setting up an online training format where I introduce different methodologies, different frameworks, different mindsets regarding to collaboration, to reach a lot of people and to educate regarding the topic of co-creation, collaboration, and also group facilitation. And that would be probably would give a nicer social business background, so giving opportunity to raise funds for the work, because I was now speaking about what are the possibilities, but at each of the possibilities I have to think about how I can sustain the work, because yet I have done CoCreate 100% full time, and now we need resources to continue with this focused work. So that was a guiding through my thoughts, my notes so far. So to summarize that and to give a little bit more chance, please think about if you have any thoughts or questions you would like to share. So you can use the comment section below, and I'm happy to grab them and bring them onto the table of the conversation. To summarize so far what I have said. So CoCreate has development of about 3 years till now, I, Hansi Herzog, have been the chief visionary officer and like the source of holding everything together, working together with different teams and people on different stages, but mainly I hold this together. And with 2021, I started the Global Co-Creation Challenge as one way how the ecosystem can be built. So we have now 1 month of rapid prototyping, of testing, of seeing which people are reacting and which people are participating in which way. After this first month, I really have to admit that it might not have been the right strategy right now, reaching the right people, or and activating the community. But what definitely helped is that we reached out and we got to know other like-minded projects who do something similar on the meta level. So we had conversation with the Open World Alliance, with the Global World Summit, and with other organizations. So right now we're in the position we have to rethink what is the very specific thing we as CoCreate can contribute to this emerging process of connecting the network of networks. So it's really about, it doesn't have to be CoCreate at the center, but there are many organizations working together on that, and how can we fit together the best? And what are the challenges? And what I've seen so far is really our egos as humans are a big thing which are separating us. So my own ego forced me to push my own boundaries, to not get in too much collaboration yet, because I thought I want to do co-create and this is the best approach, and really get more and more rid of that belief. And I still see this belief in a lot of other projects I got to know, and that's quite tricky because we're all people. We want to support the global change. We are working on our mindsets. We are aware of this thinking, of the way of thinking, and still they are so deep in us that it's really hard to overcome it. So I was thinking about to give this more time on future videos, like speaking about mindset, patriarchy, and how we can overcome this. So to finish up this, right now I'm standing here very honest. I don't know how we will continue with CoCreate. The vision, the mission is clear. We would like to connect the world community so we're able to co-create a good life for all. And to do so, it's necessary to connect the different organizations and empower them by giving them easy access to resources. The question is not just how we're going to do it now, what is the best step, and what helps you most. So if you're a change maker right now, please let me know, what do you really need? What would help you to achieve more impact? And as well, if you are what I call a systemic change maker, if you're a network or community leader, please also get in contact with me and with CoCreate to figure out how we can support this process of growing together best. So I'm still committing to be in this process, to showing up each week, to be honest to myself, and I'm challenging you as well to be honest and critical with yourself when it comes to the question of mindset and our ability to grow together as a community beside our own brands and networks we have built, because the issues we have to challenge, or the issues and the challenges we have to tackle, are quite bigger than ourselves. And if you're watching this right now and you have the feeling you can contribute something, you would like to contribute to this process of vision of organizations and networks growing together, please reach out to me, because I really want to stick on that. I really want to drive it further, but I cannot do it alone. And there's a lot of things to do, like social media work, the community building, reaching out, inviting, communicating, developing content, stuff like that, and I'm happy for each support. And if you think you do something similar like I do right now, please reach out for me so we can have a look how we can join forces. So enough words. This CoCreate update should be a shorter format, so from now it's enough. As an out view again on Thursdays, on 2 days we have our interview with Mitchell Bauweins from the Peer-to-Peer Foundation. I'm really looking forward to. And on Saturday we have our next community call, where we'll focus on open conversation regarding this question of what's next, what we really need to grow deeper connections, and what would help you the most. You will find the link for getting event overview in the comments below, and I'm happy if you share your thoughts also later on when you see this video. So thank you for watching. My name is Hansi Herzog. I'm Chief Visionary Officer of CoCreate, and I'm really looking forward to the next days, weeks and months where we grow more and more together to really form and connect this awareness of a global changemaker community. Because I really believe we're able to rebuild our whole society from scratch, to design new systems and better solutions to drive for a good life for all. We can do it together, and therefore, yeah, let's get on board and let's do it. Let's co-create a better life. Thank you for watching. See you soon.